This week we're publishing part 2 of our interview with Alex from over at the Budtenders Life. Alex started as a budtender back in 2013, and he has continued to follow the medical marijuana and recreational industries since then. This week, Alex is giving us his perspective on how marketing for the cannabis industry is different than marketing for other industries. He's also giving us his perspective on what to do and what not to do when advertising, as well as a couple of tips for people who are in the industry and are building websites to market their product. If you like what you hear, like our video and check us out at thethcfoodie.com. You can also check out Alex's marketing website at xelaperson.com or check out his podcast on YouTube at Cannabis and Coffee. You were marketing director for a chain of dispensaries back in 2015, is that right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about what's different marketing in the THC industry as opposed to normal non-infused products. Is it very difficult? Is there a lot of red tape?
There's so much red tape. The difference is, it's night and day from when it comes to a cannabis product to a non-cannabis related product. For instance, if I have a retail store, non-cannabis related, let's say I own a pizza shop, and I can take out Facebook ads that target 15-mile radius or whatever it is of the store. Well, that's awesome for a pizza shop, but a cannabis dispensary cannot do that. I've had, ad accounts blocked, disabled for trying to do that, and then I realized, okay, we can't do this. And social media pages get taken down all the time. That's not going to happen for a non-cannabis related company unless you do something horrible or something. I can just keep going down the list of red tape there is, as far as print advertisement. I believe, what was the last time? It was like, my numbers are going to be a little off, but I believe it was like 70 or 80% of the readership needs to be 21 or older. And so they have to prove that, that percentage of their readers are over the age of 21 in order for us to advertise with them. And it just keeps going down. Different copy you can't say. You can't say, if it's Valentine's Day, you can't be like, hey, purchase one joint, get one free for your loved one. You can't say that because you're implying that you're going to be getting it for someone else. And they don't know how old they are, as far as the print is concerned.
Wow. So that is a big deal. So you have a marketing firm now, too. When in the food chain should they talk to you? Should they already have a product, or do you talk to them about actually manufacturing the product?
So really whenever, I've had long conversations with companies on the East Coast that have farms in Jamaica that are looking to export cannabis seeds. In that case, it was more so they didn't even have a business name yet. But they had a farm, and they know what they wanted to do, but they just needed help. They're like, all right, what do we do, and how do we do it? What are the steps that need to be taken? Because they had no idea what fulfillment, the shipping and the legality of it, and all these things. It doesn't really matter what step you're at. I can always talk to someone and help them, guide them through what questions they need to be answered. And if I can't answer them, I definitely have people that can.
You also do website development. Is there a difference with designing for people who are in the industry?
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a difference. For the most part, if you're designing something, like a dispensary, as you know, it's going to be more local SEO optimized, and you're going to be wanting to get that local traffic, as well as putting in place the MED, just making the website compliant with the state, having are you older than 21, things of that nature. There's certain copy you can't say, like here in Colorado, you can't say we have organic cannabis. There's just little tidbits here and there that define it a little bit different. But for the most part, it would be the same as creating a CrossFit gym website. just with those little minor compliance differences.
But those compliance differences make all the difference in the world, probably.
They definitely do. They definitely do.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I feel like it's really important when you are working with things like cannabis or even alcohol-infused product, anything like that, to work with somebody who, or for example, ice cream and dairy, that's just something you would think is very basic, but working with somebody who actually knows the laws that surround that product and has experience with it is a really big deal. It can save you a lot of headache. For sure.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine couldn't be anything worse than having a website developed and you spend, $10,000 on it and then it's not compliant and then the state you get fined or they want you to shut it down or whatever it is.
Do you have a product or business you want to share? We want to know what you have to say. Leave us a comment on our website at thethhcfoodie.com or on Twitter at SafeTHCFoods.